Okay guys, in this video we want to look further at cones. And so here's what a cone looks like. I think most of us know what cones are. Sometimes they're used as traffic pylons, or we call them cones sometimes as a party hat or something like that. So I think most of us have a decent idea of what cones are. Cones are basically pyramids with a circular base. Okay, and so this is a sort of deconstruction of the cone. This is what we call a net. A net is when you take a two-dimensional figure and you make it into, take a three-dimensional figure and make it into two dimensions. So if this cone, if you sort of smashed it down, then it would look something like this. Okay, what are the parts of cones? Okay, so we have a cone here. We have a vertex. Okay, this is our altitude, our height. Sometimes called an axis. Okay, the circle is of course our base. All right, and we have of course here and here the slant height. Okay, if we look at our picture, our net. Okay, this distance here is going to be 2 pi r. That's going to be the circumference of the circle. And finally, in this circle we have the radius there. So these are just some parts of the cone that we want to look at. Okay, so I want to find some the volume and the surface area of this cone. So we have a cone with height 9 and radius 3. What I like about this is down here on the net, that information is also shown. Okay, so here we can just go right into the volume. We get 1/3 pi. The radius is 3 squared times h is going to be 9. Sorry, h should be 9. Okay, so let's see here. Looks like 1/3 times 9. So 1/3 times 9 is 3. 3 times 9 is 27. 27 pi units cubed. It's going to be our volume. Okay. Surface area, we know r, and we need to find the slant height. So here we have the pyramid. We have this sort of situation happening. Our height is 9. Our radius is 3. Okay, so this is going to be our height is 9. Radius is 3. This is L. Okay, so 9 squared plus 3 squared is going to be 90. Okay, this is going to be 90. So root 90, this equals root 90, which equals 3 root 10. So the slant height in this case is 3 root 10. So we have all our information. We have 1/2 pi 3 squared plus pi 3 times 3 root 10. From here we simplify. Half of 9 is 9/2. 9/2 pi plus, it looks like 3 times 3 is 9 times pi, so 9 pi root 10. All right. So we can fiddle with our answer in a couple of different ways, but I think for now just leaving our answer like this is sufficient. Of course, we should make sure we leave our units squared on here, but for now this answer will be sufficient. Okay, in this video we have a little bit different setup. Here we don't have the height, but we have the slant height, we have the radius. Okay, so since we have the radius and the slant height, I'm going to start with the surface area this time. I can just substitute everything in. 1/2 pi r squared plus pi r. Slant height is 10 L. Okay, so we get 9/2 pi. 9/2 pi plus 30 pi. Okay, so 9/2 pi plus 30 pi. This is 4.5 pi, so we can write this as 34.5 pi. So 34.5. Okay, we can also convert this to halves, so we get 69. We can write it a couple ways. 69/2 pi units squared. It's going to be the surface area. Okay. Now we need to find the height here. So we have 10, we have 3. So if that's 10 and 3, 10, 3, and h. Okay, we need to find what h is. So this is going to be 3 squared plus h squared equals 100. Okay, so h squared equals 91. So h equals root 91. Root 91. Okay, so our height's going to be root 91. So volume is going to equal 1/3. 1/3 pi times 3 squared times root 91. Okay, so 1/3 of 9 is 3 root 91 pi. Units cubed. Hopefully this helped you get a good idea of how to work with cones, both volume and surface area. I think it's a little bit easier than pyramids, but seeing a few problems, working through them, hopefully now you can go out on your own and do a few problems yourself without much work. So thanks for watching, and I hope you learned a lot.